Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. James Shermack here. So we're looking at a brand new Godzilla figure right off the truck. Brand new Bandai, what they call the Godzilla action figure set, the Godzilla 1991. You know, I dig these line of figures. I've reviewed a bunch of these in the past. This is a brand new one, so every time they announce it, I'm definitely going to buy them. So obviously it's Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. So we're going to do the usual stuff, take a tour around the box, open it up, see how it goes. Okay, so let's take a look at the box. No display in the front shows the figure. Obviously, we'll put the figure together later on. If you've seen this type of figure, you know how it goes. Nice picture from the movie on the side. On the top, Godzilla, on the side, Godzilla 91. Godzilla action figure. On the back, some nice shots of the figure itself. The other figures we've already reviewed. Usual stuff on the bottom you can't read. So, the usual box. Let's open it up and see how it goes. So, as with the other Namco action figure sets, we've got to put this bad boy together. So, obviously, everything's all laid out. Let's put them together. You know, I do have a little problem with these sometimes if you've seen these videos, but we do get it done. There's a leg for you. The arm joint. There you go. It's actually going a little smoother than I thought. The tail, pop that sucker right in, and the end of the tail, pop it right in. We're getting there, guys. Where's the end of the tail? That's gotta be, almost finicky because whatever. Anyways, Godzilla's put together. Looking very cool. I do like the detail already. Has a nice feel to it. The nice detail on the head. Let's take a look at it really quick. Yeah, that's nice. He's around the same size as the other figures we've seen, the 5-inch ones. And I always worry about the detail not coming through, but this one looks pretty cool. Nice cloth color. Like I said, the feel's real nice on the scales. Nice paint apps on the dorsal fins, even going down to the end of the tail, so that's pretty cool. As I said, nice head sculpt. I probably can't see the eyes, but eyes are pretty detailed. Mouth is as a articulated and detail is what I like to see on these. Obviously when I've done the Playmates figures that are a little bit bigger, the details kind of wanting. So I know that these are premium figures. This one's about $25, so obviously they're going to try and make it worth more of my money, so there you go. So accessory wise, comes with, like the other figures, the flame effect, so you gotta take out the bottom half of the jaw, because obviously the bottom jaw is connected to the fire effect. So we're going to pop that in. And that's kind of looks like a different fire effect than the other ones we've seen, I guess, right? Because obviously different movies, they've done different methods of showing the Godzilla fire, so that's pretty cool. And you have to really get it in there, otherwise it's going to pop right out. There you go, I hope. Alright, so let's check articulation on Big G here. So you can turn all the way around, you can move up and down a little bit, so that's pretty cool. The jaw articulation, you can turn the head, obviously. Arms can go up that high, can go back down that high, can go all the way around. Elbow articulation, bend back that far, can rotate at the elbow, and raise wrist articulation. Legs go apart that far, forward and back, pretty much all the way. Knee articulation, ankle articulation back and forth. 1, 2, 3 points of articulation to the tail, so that's pretty cool. So I pulled out the Super 7 '89 Godzilla figure, and the Bandai, for a cheaper figure, has a much better detail to it. I like the sculpt way more. I think the head looks, more like Godzilla than Super 7 does. Obviously, they got a short tail. He's got a long tail. Articulation's much better. Paint, I think, is a bit better. Obviously, it's not like flat white teeth right there. It's compared, and the eyes are kind of just like look that, and the eyes look a lot better on the Bandai. Not to mention, I like the dorsal fin paint job, and it's got better articulation than your Super 7 Super Kaiju figure. So there you go. And to compare, we have every other figure that Bandai has put out so far. I must be a real big fan of this wave because I have them all. We have the first one, of course, 2004. We have your Kiryu. We have the -1. So a lot of 4 figures in a wave. I love, as I've probably said, I do dig this wave, these figures. So let's keep on going, I guess, right, Bandai? Okay, so this is a great figure. I dig it a lot. Bandai hasn't really steered me wrong with their line of action figures. Like I keep saying, it'd be a lot better. I like it if they're a bit bigger, but I love the posability. I love the details. Obviously, I have big fingers, so I'm not a big fan of changing out the jawline for the flame, but it is what it is. I've recommended these figures in the past, so I'm recommending this again. I think the -1 is a little bit better, but this is still pretty solid. Great sculpt, great paint, great articulation. $25? Sure. Go and get it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. Look for some more down the line. Whenever they come out, I might get some more Monster Series figures, maybe get some more Godzilla X Kong figures. Let's see how it goes. My name is James Charmack. This has been a Nerddom with J&J, and as always, keep on collecting and happy hunting.